Hello students, welcome to my channel InstaMaths. Today in this video we will be discussing about functions. So let's see what is a function. Okay, so this is how we can define a function. So first of all, I am considering two sets. Say for example, let A and B be two non-empty sets. Okay, then a function f, I am denoting it by f, from A to B. It is defined from A to B. Okay, so a function f from A to B is a rule. It is a rule, okay, like relational. It is a rule like relational, but it has an added condition here. Okay, so a function f from A to B is a rule or a mapping. Okay, is a rule or a mapping which associates to every element x belongs to A, which associates to every element x belongs to a unique element y belongs to B. Okay, so what does it mean? If the function is defined from A to B, okay, if the function is defined from A to B, then all the elements of A, whatever elements you have, all the elements will be related to a unique element in B. All the elements will be related to a unique element in B. Okay, so the definition is saying that one only. Okay, so every element of A, every element x belongs to A, will be associated with a unique element y belongs to B. Okay, in other words, we can define like this also. In other words, we can say f from A to B, we can read like this: f from A to B is said to be a function. If for every element x belongs to A, there exists a unique element y belongs to B, such that f of x is equal to y. Okay, so we can define like this also. So here y is coming from the second set. Okay, so y is called the image of x. Okay, for every element x belongs to A, I am writing what there exists a unique element y belongs to B, such that f of x is equal to y. Okay, so here y is the image of x. Okay, y is the image of x and x is the pre-image of y. So let's see the definition and let's understand the definition by taking some mappings. Okay, we take a mapping from A to B. Okay, so this is A set, this is B set. So I am taking the mapping. Say for example, this mapping is F mapping from A to B. Okay, say for example, I have A, B, C. In set A I have A, B, C. Okay, and say for example, in set B I have 2, 3, 4, 5. Say for example. Okay, now say this element of A is related to 2. Say the element B is related to again 2, say for example, and C is related to 3. Okay, so according to the definition whatever I have given, okay, there it says that every element of A must be related or must be associated with a unique element in B. So you can see here A is associated with a unique element, only one element. A is associated with only one element, that is 2. Okay, and here B is associated with again only one element, that is 2. For B I have the image, only one image, unique image. Here also for A I have a unique image. Okay, and for C is again associated to a unique element in B, that is 3. So it is only one element, that's why it is called unique element. So C is associated with a unique element, B is also associated with a unique element, and A is also associated with a unique element. So all the elements of A are associated to a unique element in B. and therefore this mapping becomes a function. Here f is a function. Okay, so in order that mapping is a function or not, you'll have to see whether the set A, all the elements are related or not. Here you can see we have 3 elements in A, so all these 3 elements are related to a unique element in B. That's why this is a function. Okay, and this first set of a function, now f is becoming a function, and f is going from A to B. Here f is a function from A to B now. Okay, so this first set is called the domain of f. Here this is the domain. Okay, and the second set is the codomain. The second set is the codomain, and those elements which are related to the first elements, these are the elements in B. Okay, these are the elements in B which are related to the elements of the first set. Okay, so these elements will constitute the range set. Okay, these elements will constitute the range of f. Okay, so range of the function. Is it clear? So a mapping to be a function, in order that mapping should become a function, all the elements should be related. All the elements should be related to a unique element in B. Okay, here no element should be left out. You can think like this also. In the first set, no element should be left out. If an element is left out here, say for example D was there and D is not related to any element in B, then it will be no longer a function. But here, according to whatever I have given, here 3 elements are there and all the elements are related to the set B. That's why it is a function. Okay, and the element should be related to a unique element in B. So it is related. A is related to a unique element. 2 is only one element. 1 means unique. B is related to only one element, that is unique element. C is again related to only one element, that is unique element. Okay, so this satisfies the definition, and therefore this is a function. Okay, so I have told you what is a domain here. So in order if this is a function, f from A to B is a function, then this becomes the domain. This whole set B will become the codomain, and whatever elements of B are related to the set A, those elements will constitute the range set. Okay, range. Is it clear? So if I write range of f here like this, so range of f will constitute 2, 3 like this. Okay, if I write codomain of f, then it will be what? Codomain means whole set B, 2, 3, 4, 5, and domain of f means it will be the whole set A. For a function, the whole set A, the first set, will be the codomain. Okay, but it is different from relation. Okay, in relation some elements may not be related also, then also it will be a relation. But if in function an element is left out, then it will be not a function. So you can think that a function is a special type of relation. Okay, function can be told a relation. All functions are relations. Okay, but all the relations are not functions. Okay, so for example I am considering a relation from A to B. Here 1, 2, 3 is there, here 5, 6, 7 is there. Say this is related this is again related this is related this, like this. So you see here, this one element, the element 1, has 2 images. This is possible in relation, but in function the element, one single element cannot have 2 images. It must go to a single element. So relations and functions are different. All the functions can be told it is a relation, but all the relations are not functions. Okay, so according to the definition only you'll have to think. According to the definition, what it has been told, every element of the first set must be related to a unique element in B. Unique, only one element, it must be related, it must go to one element only. Here see, if I am considering this example, this element 1 is going to two elements, one is going to 5, one is going to 7. This is not possible in function. It must go to a single element only, and all the elements must be related. No elements will be left out for function. So hope you have understood this. So I will consider different types of mappings, and we will see whether it is function or not. Okay, so here I have taken some mappings. Let us see whether the mappings are function or not. Okay, so first one, you can see here I have taken a mapping F from A to B. Okay, now you can see the elements of set A are A, B, C. Okay, so the elements are related to a unique element. 1 is related to a unique element, B is also related to a unique element, and C is also related to a unique element, and no elements is left out here. So if no elements is left out, that is the first condition to be a function, isn't it? No elements is left out, that first condition is satisfied. And second condition is what? All the elements must go to a unique element. That condition is also satisfied, isn't it? So it is a function. Okay, so it is a function. This is a function. Is it clear? Now let us see the second mapping here, this one. Now you see the element A is related to 1, isn't it? So it is going to a unique element 1, unique element, only 1. And B is also going to a unique element, that is 1 only. Unique means it must be 1, not more than 1. C is again going to a unique element, that is 3. And no element is left out here. It must go to a unique element, all the elements must go to a unique element, and no elements must be left out in A. These two conditions must be satisfied. Then only the mapping will become a function. So it is a function. So it is a function. Now let us see the third mapping here. Now you can see here A is going to a unique element 1, B is also going to a unique element, that is 1, and C is also going to a unique element 1, only one element. It is related to only one element, and no elements is left out here. So this is also a function. So this is also a function, isn't it? Now let us see this one. Now you see here this element A is related to 1, again A is related to 2. So A is going to a unique element? No, it's not going to a unique element. It is going to more than one element. A is going to more than one element. Means A is related to more than one element. Okay? So by looking at that, we can confirm that it is not a function. It is not a function. Although it has no element left out here. So one condition it has been satisfied, that no elements is left out. But the other condition, what? It must go to a single element. But it is going to a double element. That's why it is not a function. Similarly, here you can see here A is going to a single element 1. C is also going to a single element. Okay, but all the elements are not related. According to the definition of function, all the elements must be related, isn't it? So this element is left out, so it is not a function. So if I consider like this, say for example, A set is the set of children's, okay? A set is the set of children's, and B set is the set of fathers, say for example, set of fathers. Okay, biological father I am telling you, okay? So it will sound odd, but it will be good to understand, okay? So say for example, this child is having father 1. So these children can have, this is the father, say for example, for this child. And for this child, this is the father. and for this child, say for example, this is the father. So it is possible, isn't it? Here also like this. For child number, for child A, father 1. For child B, again father 1. That is possible or not? For these two children, one father is possible, isn't it? That is possible. And for these children, this father is possible. So this is a function. Okay. So in that way you can think it. Here, these three children, say for example, these three children are children of this father. It is possible, isn't it? This father can have three children. That is possible. This father can have three children. That is possible, isn't it? And some fathers don't have children, isn't it? So this is also possible. This is the set of fathers I have considered. So some fathers don't have children. So that is also possible. So it is a function. So yeah, I am relating to a practical example. Okay. This father, this father, this father. Three fathers don't have children. That is possible. Now let us go to the mapping. This one. Okay. Here you can see this child has father 1, and this child is again having father 2. So a child cannot have two fathers, isn't it? Biological fathers, isn't it? It sounds odd, but I am telling the examples. So a child cannot have two biological fathers. So it is not possible. That's why it's not a function. We can think like that also. This child is having father 1. This child is having father 3. Okay. But there is a child who does not have a father. Is it possible? A child who don't have a biological father. It's not possible. So it is not a function. So in the second part of this, I have told you by taking examples, isn't it? Set of children's, set of fathers, like that. Okay. Hope you have understood. Also, if I take a function like this, okay, f is going from a to b, and it's a function, okay, then we can write like this: f of a is equal to 1. Like this we can write f of a is equal to 1. Okay, this is the pre-image set, this is the image set, isn't it? So the image of a is 1, like that. Okay, image of a is 1. This is the image of a. This is the image of B, and this is the image of C as well. We can write f of B is equal to 2. Likewise, f of C is equal to 2. Okay, so this is possible. We can write it like this. Okay, and we can write the f set also as we have written in relation. Okay, so here it will be again the ordered pair only. A has image 1, like that. B has image 2. C has image 2. Okay. So every element, first elements are what? Coming from the first set, isn't it? A. So this element has a unique element in B. These elements are from B. So A is going to a unique element, B is also going to a unique element, C is going to a unique element. Okay. So you know that the second set elements can be left out. This can be left out. It's okay. In function, it is possible. But here the elements should not be left out. Okay. So we can write in the set form like this. F can be written in the raster form like this. The elements are ordered pair. Okay.